Osaka is dumb, but it's where I needed you most. It's where I started, by the way. It's where most of us start. Consider Osaka your gateway drug. Once you're addicted, we'll find room for you here in Tokyo. Malcolm could hear multiple voices behind Carney, both females and male, English and Japanese. Someone shouted something about biology and Carney shouted something back, but the words were too muffled to make out. Then he was back on the box. You're my hands, my eyes, my ears, Malcolm. Everything I do is going to be through you. Every penny I make the firm flow through your fingers. If you have any question or need my help, I carry is there for you. Don't get nervous, but more important, don't fuck up. Fuck-ups cost millions in this business. Malcolm nodded, then realized that Squawk Box didn't have any eyes. I am ready when you are, he said. At least his voice didn't crack as he said it. Okay, the market's open is 1 minute, over 20 seconds is half, tell me when it goes through. And just like that, it began. Malcolm stared at Squawk Box for a full second before something inside of him jumped and he quickly turned to a car. Thankfully, Carrie had been listening. He leaned in close. He wants you to tell 20 Nikkei index future at the market price of 21,050. You type 1 for sale and the quantity 20 is the price. Wait for confirmation, go, go, go. Malcolm's fingers trembled as he heard the kiss. Inside he was on fire. He knew from the night readings that 20 contracts were worth approximately $4 million, the first trade of his life, and he was an unthinkably large amount of money. He tried to put the through way. $4 million, enough money to retire on. All the tip of his finger saw the confirmation flashed across the screen. He could hear a dot matrix printer going off on the other side of the room. He tried to be printed out for the account girls. He leaned back towards the squawk. You are done. Malcolm. Carney cut on. You don't have to yell. I can hear you just fine. Now I need you to buy 20 at 21,000 quickly. Malcolm hit the keys as fast as he could. Buy, confirm, report. This time he kept his voice at a reasonable level. Carney came back with another order which Malcolm executed. Before he even gave the confirmation of the order, Carney was shouting a new order. For the next 3 hours, Carney's voice streamed out of the Squawk Box and Malcolm responded, his fingers flying over the keys, his eyes pinned to the bulbous screen. Each flashing green confirmation sent spikes of adrenaline through his veins, and his response time quick with each trade. When Carney finally announced that it was time for a short lunch break, Malcolm fell back in his chair, and his eyes stinging, his hands cramping up. He had no idea how many trades he had gone through, just it was an enormous amount. His shoulder ached and he was too tired to even think about food. A carrier patted his arms and showed a box of sushi onto the desk in front of keyboard. You are doing fine, but you've got to try to breathe now and again. You are scaring Mashimi-san. If you die, it goes on his record. Malcolm laughed. A carrier handed him a pair of chopsticks. Malcolm used them to pull the chunk of raw fish wrapped in seaweed. He thought about the past few years. Carney hadn't been exaggerating when he had told him that it wasn't fucking rocket science. Hell, it wasn't a kindergarten class. His job was simply to follow the orders that came out through the Squawk Box. It didn't really matter that the orders represent multi-million-dollar trades. It wouldn't have been any different if they had been simple chorus. Pick up the pen, put it down, pick up that book, put it down. Still as simple as rote as the job, he took an immense amount of concentration. His fingers had to be perfectly accurate, and he had to act quickly. The hardest part was keeping his mind blank enough to execute the orders without asking any question. His nature was to try to figure out where the orders were coming from and what they represented. He knew he had only a few minutes to eat, but he was more interested in figuring out what the hell Carney was doing with all these buys and sells.